What kind of challenge is right for you? And I don't mean the challenges of regular life or the one you run into when your car runs out of gas. Oh, I've been there before. I'm talking about the kind of challenge that shows up in your inbox or during a late night scrolling session. The ones that promise you that you can finally hit the goal that you've been trying to achieve, lose weight, get more productive, finish that one special thing on your list. Well, I've stepped into more than a few of those myself over the years. Some worked well and others not so much. In today's episode, we're going to start with the not so much challenge stories and then move over into the summer productivity challenge that I'm hosting while recording this episode. Well, for those of you who have not met me yet, welcome. My name is Michelle Ochericdeo, and I'm hosting your Productivity Pulse. I'm a productivity coach and corporate wellness strategist, and with over 30 years of experience, I've been helping people and businesses find solutions, get organized, and accomplish their goals. I decided to create this space and place where we can talk, examine, and find solutions beyond the checklist and start to reimagine what productivity can look like for you and your organization. Last summer, I joined a challenge. Finish your book in 30 days. Now, what you need to know is I've been working on my nonfiction book about reimagining productivity for a few years now. And if I'm honest, I just haven't allocated the time to get it done. But that's a whole other episode in itself, not allocating time for the things we actually want to achieve that will make a difference in our lives. But today, we're staying on the topic of challenges. So I paid for the program, signed up for the 30 days, and it started strong. There was some email support behind it and just a few automated messages. And at first I thought, oh, this might work really well. And for day 1 and day 2, the ask was reasonable. And I was actually pretty excited about it. I kept up on top of everything else going on in my life. I even started my own tracking system on the side, a separate email thread where I logged each day's tasks to make sure I was following through with them. Then came day 7, day 8, and the ask seemed to get more complicated. And I found there was just simply not enough hours in my day with working full time and running a household and just keeping up the pace. I missed a day. Oh, I know. And although I say it sarcastically, it actually really bothered me. I pushed the task from that day to the next, and then the following day's challenge landed on top of that one. And, I'm sure, has anyone ever done that before? We push things over to the next day, and then all of a sudden it just starts to become this cumulative snowball, start rolling down the hill. Well, I started to feel like I was losing ground in the process, and actually the writing really stopped being fun. By day 10 or day 12, I was frustrated. Now, I'm a really diligent person, and I kept thinking about everyone else in the challenge and wondering, how are they keeping up with all of this and their regular life? My own belief in what I could actually achieve started to wear a little bit thin, and the idea of finishing the book in 30 days began to slip away. Then around day 15, the emails changed, and this is where it got even kind of a little bit weird for me. The challenge creator started sending pitches for other paid programs and services. Did I sign up for this? I don't think so. And that's when it just finally did me in. I had 2 sets of emails clogging my box, and my book was only slightly further along, and I was more frustrated about the noise coming in than feeling motivated about any goal that I had set previously. I abandoned it and let it lie for the next 10 months. Now, yes, I will revisit the goal because this book is very important to me, and I think it's actually on my next goal list. So who knows what's going to happen in the next few months as you hear about some of the upcoming challenges that I might have trying to get that organized. But let's move back to June 2026. At this point, something got a hold of me and I thought, ooh, I need to run my own summer productivity challenge. But I wanted to build something different, something I almost called like the anti-challenge, because everything I'd read about was, 30 days or 5-day challenges, keep them short, succinct. And I thought, what would happen? And what would happen if a productivity challenge with real support and relationship could help people achieve one dusty goal that had been sitting on their shelf? and that if people were given a longer runway to work towards that goal instead of a short, rigid one, could they achieve that goal? So the starting point was this. I asked people just to pick a goal, and then once the goal was identified, they were asked to apply the parameters that I set out in the challenge reference material that I'd sent out previously when they signed up. Now, if they felt like they needed additional support other than the reference material, they could opt into a part of the program that customized a plan that would work just for them. Here's what surprised me. Over half the people who signed up chose the customization option. And at first I thought, oh, that's the whole story. That customizing the plan to achieve the goal was the thing that made the difference. But as the days rolled on and I started interacting with people who had customized plans and those who were just following the basic reference material, the success for both appeared to lay in the accountability and the connection with the challenge host, me. And one other piece that I hadn't anticipated was that by participating in the challenge along with my participants, they felt supported in a very unique way. They could watch me doing the work too, not just prescribing it. There's a piece of Bandura's self-efficacy model that I referenced in episode 29 that says watching someone else find success helps create a path forward for you, a vicarious experience. When you see someone you trust actually doing the thing, stumbling with it, adjusting, and still moving forward, it becomes a little more believable that you can do it too. I'm just holding people accountable from a distance. I'm proof in real time that the process works. When someone tells me they missed a daily task, I can relate directly in real time. Oh, can I relate directly? I reach out to them, remind them that no matter what happens in your day, you have the capacity to pivot, to be intentional and give yourself grace when you need it. I know it sounds like a simple solution, but I live that every day and apply it both in my personal and professional life and include that fundamental element in all my coaching and consulting. Now, it's important to recognize that not everyone communicates in the same way. Some people prefer email, others prefer messenger, some people texted me, and others preferred a good old-fashioned conversation. And of course, there are some people who within days of signing up ran into much bigger problems than a missed task or a dusty goal that they wanted to achieve. And I found that the best way to support them was reaching out directly to them and just letting them know that it was okay, that they didn't have to start right away, or that they could just take a break and just maybe try it at another time. Underneath all of that, what I recognized was that what I'm really building with people is relationship. I invited participants to be vulnerable with me about their goals and a piece of their heart or frustration, and that openness made a real difference in how they experienced the challenge. It's about someone knowing they can tell me, this week was really, really hard, and knowing that I am there to listen and help them find a way forward. Because minutes matter. How we spend our 168 hours each week matters. And if I can help people find a sustainable path forward, that is brilliant. And that is all I can ask for. And honestly, what I'm loving most about this summer challenge is getting to witness the joy. People have been sending me photos, testimonials, and expressing how they are seeing the process actually work for them. And on the days when things don't go as planned, they're learning how to adjust. Failure and giving up simply aren't part of the conversation in this experience. Now, a few people even reached out to me to say that because of other commitments, they weren't able to fully take part, but they asked to stay on the challenge email list just to keep receiving the emails. That request alone tells me something, that there is something about this planning process that is landing for them, even if they aren't actively working on a goal. That's all I needed to know, that this is working. My goal and my role in this is to give people a chance to breathe into the hard moments and find the time and the space to get that next goal on their list started. And as I'm recording this, yes, I'm in the middle of the challenge, and I don't have the ending yet. I'm still walking through the ups and downs alongside everyone else in it, which is really the whole point of what I just told you. So whatever season it is that you happen to listen to this, the underlying principle holds. Take a general goal. Break it into specific tasks. Set a day and a time to work on it. Pick a time tool, put it into your calendar, and make it happen. Achieve that one task. Then move to the next one. Task plus task plus task equals goal. And then let me know how it goes. So here's what I want to leave you with. The next time a challenge lands in your inbox, go for it if it calls to you. Don't let it become a burden on your soul if you don't finish every piece of it, though, because your time is precious. It really is. And there is so much noise out there right now, so many challenges and programs all competing for a piece of your time, all promising this is the thing that will finally get you there. That noise is real, and it is loud, and it is not your job to answer all of it. So choose wisely. And if you find yourself partway into something that is genuinely not the right fit, or it is not the right season for your life for it, just give yourself some permission to step away, even if you already paid for it. I know that's not always an easy thing to hear, and I know walking away from something you invested in can feel like it's a kind of failure. But holding on to a challenge that is generating more negative stress than forward motion does not serve you. It does not get you further ahead. It just costs you more in a different currency. Your peace is worth more than the fee you paid. You decide how you use your time. You get to define what productivity actually looks like for you. It's time to reimagine your productivity journey, and I look forward to sharing that adventure with you. Thank you so much for spending your time with me on this episode of Your Productivity Pulse. If today's conversation sparked a moment of action or reflection, I invite you to keep that momentum going. More practical strategies designed to enhance productivity, reduce stress, and weave balance back into your life can be found by joining my newsletter at banartexpression.com. Once there, just head over to your Productivity Pulse podcast page to sign up, or you can find the link in the show notes. Remember, intention plus accountability equals productivity. Until next time, keep listening to your pulse.